Hello everybody, welcome to the first episode of the Treyvis show. This is the first episode, so please bear with me. I've never done this before. This is the show where I'll be talking about trucking, martial arts, nature, and whatever other crap ends up coming into my mind. Today I have two topics. One is Bon Jovi's COVID video, and the other is violence. Is it bad? So let's start with Bon Jovi's COVID video. Bon Jovi, if you don't know, was a guy who was known for sing-along hits in the 80s. He had a comeback song, however, in the year 2000 called It's My Life. This song and the music video, actually, literally, it shows a person risking and putting themselves, in fact, in imminent danger so they can go experience life. Now, with the pandemic and everything and the lockdown, you got a lot of people doing things from home, and I understand that, but they decided to do this song from home. It's My Life. They did it slow, acoustic. I think they were meaning it to be heartfelt, but to me it came off as somber. Not bad though, per se, considering how impromptu it was and everything like that, and you should check it out. But I find it really funny. So if you remember, how many of you have seen Team America, World Police, right? You got the song, the metal, heavy metal guitar, America, fuck yeah, and then later, when everything wasn't doing so good, you had the same words, the same song, but just sad. That's what this seems like. The really funny thing to me is that it's like the opening sound, the opening lyrics to the song are, "This ain't a song for the brokenhearted. No silent prayer for the dearly departed." And it's like on the new one, the at-home one, it's like, that's exactly what it sounds like. That being said, it might actually be the best work of art COVID-related, because it's literally how we feel. Maybe that's what they were going for. It's literally how we feel. We want to go out, risk ourselves, and do fun things and live the human experience. It's always been worth getting sick and possibly dying, or even getting hurt and dying that way to go do things. But now we don't. A lot of people don't anyways. So it's a pretty somber, sad time. This year could really use getting a lot better. Sorry if I'm starting this podcast on a low note, but it could only get better, right, from here? It's a podcast starting in 2020. What can we really expect, I guess? So yeah, check that out. I actually think it was pretty good. I will point out that Bon Jovi has a few too close pictures with Bill Clinton for my personal liking. But Bon Jovi and Clinton were taking a lot of pictures at the time, so that could be here nor there. I don't know. Anyways, my next subject is going to be violence. It's been on other people's YouTube channels and stuff, most notably Stefan Verstappen. He talked about it, and so let's look at this for a second. Is violence bad? Now, most of the time when you think about violence, you're thinking somebody hurting you, to steal something from you, or just to damage you, and oppress you, to manipulate you, And all those are bad things. But that's not all violence. In fact, that's probably not even most violence. Violence, you see it a lot in prize fighting and martial arts and even just homie scraps and stuff. There's a reason why we end up being good friends after a fight a lot of times, is there's a certain kind of connection you get with somebody when you struggle with each other like that. I would say that violence itself is not bad. It's an abrasive, masculine thing. It's physical, it's jarring, it's abrasive. That makes it masculine in the Confucian understanding of masculinity. But that doesn't mean it's bad. There's a lot of bonding and connection and learning through struggle that happens in violence in ways that it cannot happen in any other physical practice. No, soccer doesn't cover that. No, football doesn't. Well, football's kind of violent, but no, sports and athleticism alone doesn't cover that. Violence covers those things perfectly, but we don't want to actually be trying to seriously hurt people, manipulate people, control people. And I think that that's the big thing. Those are all the main toxic traits that I see in the world, is that manipulations, damaging, whether it be physical or mental damage, and then control. And if something, even if you don't like it, if it's not fun to you, if it doesn't do those things, I think that it's not necessarily bad. You just can't handle it. So I would digress that when violence is the only answer, it is the only answer. Like, when violence is the answer to a problem, it's the only answer. It's the only shot you got to survive. And you better be good at it. I think everybody should be getting out there doing a martial art. A good one. So, the rest of this podcast will probably hopefully be more entertaining. A lot of this is me just trying to figure out, how to set this up. I want to have it kind of set back here, or maybe even different places, and set up the mic and how to upload the file and all that stuff. I'm hoping to have guests so I can actually have whole conversations, make much longer podcasts, but this is just a short thing, first run, kind of a dry run. I don't even know if anyone's ever going to see it. So, have a good day, everybody. Get out there, train, keep the wheels rolling, and just smell the roses, I guess.